Thank you very much, General, and I think I'll start with you. Specifically, why bring the Guard in? What does it offer that law enforcement and other federal agencies cannot do?
First and foremost, Chairman, they are extremely disciplined, and they can very quickly be trained to conduct any mission that we task of them. When they come in, we train them on what they're authorized to do, which is rooted in the Mayday opinion and their 12406 authorities, and also the Secretary's directive action, which is to prevent destruction and defacement of the federal facilities and to protect the execution of federal functions. They can do that because they're disciplined, they're well-trained, and they very well understand the limits of their authorities.
Well, what are the benefits to the Guard? My first question was the benefits to the community and what they could bring, but what about the individuals that are being deployed, or do they benefit from this also?
Yes, sir, they do. We work very closely with the tags from each state to ensure that the training they receive not only benefits them in their federal function that they're performing for us, but also in their state role. So in the conduct of the mission, they get not only training on the standing for the rules of use of force, and also the civil disturbance operations that they could potentially execute, but they get small unit training, they get all of their medical training complete, they get all of their weapons qualifications and many other small unit tactics that benefit them in both statuses. Also, at this time, the majority of those serving in this role are volunteers, so it helps them in their pursuit of a career. And then it also allows us to trade out people who are assigned but maybe have school or other functions to ensure that the people that are serving not only are very good at their job, but they want to be there, and they're there on voluntary status.
Mr. Young, you're the counsel in this panel. Tell us what the Posse Comitatus Act is and how this deployment, this type of deployment we're talking about today, does not violate the Posse Comitatus.
Thank you, Senator. The Posse Comitatus Act was an act that was passed not long after the Civil War that addressed concerns regarding the use of federal troops in conducting domestic law enforcement. Up to that point in our nation's history, there had been a long practice of using federalized troops domestically, and so Congress, in order to make sure that local officials were not able to gain the support or the use of federal troops in dealing with local circumstances, passed the Posse Comitatus Act. It essentially precludes the department and military personnel from being used in a manner that would pervade the local law enforcement and that would subject civilians to direct military authority. And over the course of time, the Department of Justice has analyzed that rule in relation to National Guard deployments. For the vast majority of National Guard deployments, they are considered to be non-federalized. Most of the time that the National Guard is used, they are used under the control, direction, and authority of their governors, and they are in either what is called a state active duty status, or they are in a federally funded but state-controlled status, which is otherwise called Title 32. In both of those circumstances, they are considered to be non-federalized. They're also considered to not be part of the Army. And while that is an important legal distinction, because therefore the Posse Comitatus Act prohibits any part of the Army from being used domestically, and therefore non-federalized National Guard have long been used to be able to conduct domestic law enforcement operations. And there's a very long-standing and consistent practice of using non-federalized National Guard, such as what's here in the district today and what's in Memphis as well today, are in Title 32. The other aspect is the authority of the President as the Article II authority to ensure that the laws are faithfully executed and to protect the sovereign to be able to use federal forces, whether it be active component troops or whether it be National Guard personnel, to protect federal functions and property.
So just to nail this down, there are federal case law precedents that cause you to believe that what is being done currently is in accordance with federal law.
That's right, Senator, as well as long-established Department of Justice legal opinions that say that when federal functions property are at jeopardy, the Posse Comitatus Act does not limit the president's ability to be able to protect those functions.
All right. Thank you so much. Senator